everybody, welcome back to Guy Talks NFL, and today I'm going to be ranking your team based on how fun it is to watch, so I hope you all enjoy.
Oh my goodness!
Daylight hurdles to the end zone!
That may be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
It is. Oh, he caught it off the ricochet! Penalty! Is he in?
Alright, here we are at the tier list, and let me just explain. Nap time means I could literally take a nap watching them. They're just that boring. Once in a while, they'll have a fun game, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. They're pretty fun to watch, and I'm always tuning in to watch that. So, let's get into it. The New Orleans Saints. They're definitely nap time, as of now. They're just a boring team. Their team is not exciting. Their offense is not exciting. Their defense is not exciting. Nothing is exciting over there. It's boring. Dolphins. I would say once in a while they have a fun game, but overall they're not the most fun team to watch, especially last year. Obviously they'll have the games where they just put up a ton of points. Tyreek goes crazy. Jalen Waddle goes crazy. You know, that's a couple fun games to watch. But outside of that, it's typically kind of boring watching them. Ravens. You always got to tune into the Ravens every time you can. I mean, that offense is just so electric. You got Lamar Jackson, who's going to make big plays every game. You got Derrick Henry, who's going to run through people. You got that now outstanding secondary over there who's just going to get all these stops and all these interceptions. I'm always tuning in if there's a Ravens game. Bengals. Although your defense is bad, you got to tune into these Bengals games, man, because that offense, once again, is just so electric. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Chase Brown even, T. Higgins, you know. This offense is just that electric that you always got to tune in because you know that team's going to just put up that many points. Broncos. You guys are pretty fun, I'd say, especially with the addition of Bo Nix. Like, you guys can be pretty fun to watch. Although I wouldn't always tune in because I'm sure you guys have some boring games once in a while. But overall, you guys are pretty fun to watch. The Giants. Nap time. I mean, Malik Neighbors is fun to watch. But, I mean, that's about it. Other than that, I'm napping during your guys' games just because of how bad you guys are. Vikings. You guys are always tuned in team, I feel like. I feel like just because of your young and intriguing offense, it's hard not to tune in and watch the Vikings. You know, you got Justin Jefferson there, who's just the playmaker. Jordan Addison, he's pretty young as well. Jason McCarthy, people are going to want to see how he does. Aaron Jones played pretty good last year, you know. That defense is pretty intriguing, you know. You always got to tune into a Vikings game. Rams, I'd say you guys are pretty fun. I mean, you guys definitely have a couple games where it's just kind of boring, I'll be honest. It really depends on the opponent. But a lot of the time, you guys are throwing up crazy points, and you guys are a lot of fun to watch. But I'd say I've definitely watched a couple Rams games that are just quite boring. Buccaneers. I could tune in to a Buccaneers game knowing, well, this is going to be a pretty damn good game. You know why? Just because that offense, man. Just look at it. Baker Mayfield, Bucky Irving, Emeka Egbuka's there now, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. It's just, and the defense too, they're really special. I think they have a special group of guys over there. It's always fun watching this team. Lions. I mean, how can you not be entertained by the Lions? I think just that offense there last year and that defense overall, that defense was really fun to watch, especially with guys like Kirby Joseph. But the offense specifically, the crazy shit that they do, like last year, Amon-Ra St. Brown throwing to Jared Goff, the amount of points they put up a game, just utilizing everybody, Sam Laporta, you know, Jamison Williams, and just that running back duo as well, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. It's really damn fun to watch the Lions. The Bears, you know, once in a while they'll have a fun game, but it's pretty rare. Like that Thanksgiving game last year, that was pretty fun to watch, but their coach absolutely sold them. But other than that, they're pretty just mid. Niners, sometimes we are, sometimes we aren't. I'm saying this based off last year, I think. We were just bad last year, so we got crushed. It was pretty boring to watch a couple games. Like, us versus the Dolphins, like, that was not very fun to watch. Like, it was a couple boring games in there last year. But there's also a couple fun games where we keep it close to the end. And, yeah, Niners, it's a 50-50 pool. Eagles. I mean, you always got to turn into an Eagles game. You like them or you hate them, like, you got to tune into an Eagles game. It's just, that offense, that defense, it's just so good overall. Like, we all know how good the Eagles are, Super Bowl champions. Like them or hate them, they're definitely, you can tune into an Eagles game. Raiders, I mean, you guys are pretty damn boring to watch. It's always that one game on Red Zone where you're like, the Raiders are on again, because you know why? They're just that boring of a team to watch. The Packers, you guys are pretty fun, but you guys definitely have boring games once in a while, especially when you're playing teams like Chicago, you know? Like, I don't know. I just feel like I've watched a couple of boring Packers game last year. It's just, it just depends. Washington. Last year, you guys were really tunable. Like, I could watch a ton of your guys' games. You know why? You kept it close till the end. Game winners, Jaden Daniels, these playoff wins. It's just, it's extremely watchable. Cardinals, you know, I wouldn't even say that. Cardinals games overall are just really boring to watch. There's nothing special to them. It's just like your typical Cardinals game, right? I mean, call me crazy, but I just don't think their games are that interesting. Steelers, you guys are pretty fun. You guys are typically on prime time, and you guys usually keep it close. It's pretty fun to watch you guys. But also, when it's like a normal divisional game on like a random Sunday in the morning, I mean, it's all right? I mean, if it's against like the Browns, it's just, it's a typical red zone game. Bills, you guys are very, like, always tuning in. There's a lot of fun NFL teams, in my opinion, to watch. And the Bills are just definitely one of them. I mean, Josh Allen. It's Josh Allen. It's all him. He makes the plays. He can hurdle people. He can throw a ball 80 yards if he wanted to. Like, you never know what's going to happen with the Bills, and that's why they're so interesting to watch. The Falcons. I think once in a while they'll have a fun game, like when Kirk Cousins was playing there. There are a couple fun games, like against the Eagles, but other than that, it's kind of boring. Sometimes even low scoring. I mean, it's all right. Seattle, once in a while they'll have a fun game, I'd say. You know, it just depends on the game. Like last year against us, that was pretty entertaining because it went until the end. But other than that, it's just kind of, yeah. The Patriots, last year it was once in a while they'll have a fun game. You know, when Drake May came in. Before that, it was sleepers all the time, just sleeping. But when Drake May came in at the end of the year, there was a couple of fun games, so I'll put them here. Browns, nap time, immediately. I don't think anyone's going to disagree. Texans, ooh, you guys are, you know, sometimes you guys are, sometimes you aren't. It really depends on how the team's playing. If CJ's playing good, if Nico Collins is going off, if Tank Dell's going off, if Joe Mixon's going off, it can be really fun. But some games, it's not much going on. Like that Christmas game, like you guys low-key got crushed. Like, I don't know. Maybe didn't get crushed, but you guys didn't do much, right? It was kind of a low-scoring game by you guys. So, I don't know. Sometimes you guys are, sometimes you aren't. The Chiefs. I hate to say it, but you guys are pretty fun to watch. Not from my perspective. I hate seeing you guys do good, but from like just the overall, I think you guys as a team, scoring wise, you guys are pretty fun, and your defense can be pretty fun to watch. You know, if Chiefs are on prime time, it's gonna be a banger most likely. So gotta put them in the pretty fun. Cowboys. Sometimes you guys are, sometimes you aren't. It really depends on how CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott are doing. It really depends how that secondary is doing, you know. I mean, it's always fun to watch you guys on, like, Thanksgiving and stuff. But sometimes you guys' games are just boring, you know. Low scoring, or just you guys are getting cooked. Like, who knows. Chargers. Last year, you guys were very fun to watch. I almost want to put them here, but there definitely were a couple of boring games last year. But overall, you guys were pretty damn fun to watch. The Jets. You know, I almost want to put them here. I wasn't really entertained by any Jets games last year. I don't know about you guys, but honestly, it was nap time when it comes to the Jets. The Panthers, I'm going to put them up here, actually. You know, beginning of the season, it was very boring, but post-bench Bryce Young, that was really fun to watch. I had an actual great time watching the Panthers at the end of the season. Titans, you know, Will Levis just stinked last year. It was not fun watching the Titans. Colts, I gotta put him here. It was pretty boring watching the Colts last year, dude. That quarterback situation, it's just terrible over there. Like, what are they gonna do? Jaguars. Last year was really fun watching Brian Thomas Jr., but outside of that, they had a fun game once in a while, but it could be because Trevor was injured. But anyways, that's the list. That is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, let me know down below. And if you guys could please share my account to a friend that likes football or somebody that likes football, I'd really appreciate it because we are very close to 500 subscribers right now. So I'd love if you guys could do that. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.